Dear friends, we continue the discussion of the basic grammatical units from the English language. Former lessons we discussed the form class words, and we know that words have been divided into different groups and there are different types of groups. We have seen the first session that there are innumerable number of numerous words in every language. And of course, the Advanced Oxford Learners Dictionary has more than 2 lakh words. But we know that of all these words, we use very few words in our day-to-day life. But of course, there are different types of words. There are plenty of words. And all these words we just classify into different groups. And we saw that such a classification can be into 2 types, like the form class words and function words. And we know that the form class words are the nouns, the adjectives, the adverbs, and of course the verbs. These 4 are the form class words. And having discussed the form class words, we just move forward to the second category of the words, and today we are discussing function words. And in this lecture we are defining function words. We have to understand what are function words, and we have to of course look at each of the types of function words. There are different types of function words, and we have to understand each of the types of function words. In fact, from our young days onwards, we use the language and we know all these words. But now we have to, of course, specifically understand which word is a form class word, which word is a function word, why are they function words, why do we call them function words, and what are the different types of function words. Let's start our discussions. Let's just define function words first. So we have the definition. Function words are words that exist to explain or create grammatical structural relationships into which content words may fit. So we have content words on one side, and I have one example here. In this example, we can see the content words. Content words, which are content words? Content words are lexical words, which could be a noun. You have John likes ice cream. John likes ice cream. John is a noun, likes is a verb, and ice cream is another noun. Okay, so we have a sentence like John likes ice cream. So in this sentence, we have noun plus verb plus noun. This is the structure of this particular sentence. John likes ice cream. But when we want to say something like, right now, of course, John is old, very old. When John was very young, he used to, of course, have ice creams. Now that he is old, he cannot have ice cream, or he does not like ice cream. We have to express his habit in the past, or we just want to say that he does not like ice cream right now, present times, but in the past, of course, he used to like ice cream. Such a context, we would say John used to like ice creams. John used to like ice creams. John used to like ice creams. Okay, John used to like ice creams. So in this context, we have a new word like used to. John is the noun, like is the verb, and of course, ice creams is another noun. But we have a new element here, used to. John used to like ice creams. And this type of words we use in our conversations, in our speech, to, of course, express different conditions, different functions, different moods, different contexts, etc., are known as such small words or phrases, or yeah, such words can be called function words. Now let us just understand the definition once again. Function words are words, yeah, of course they are words that exist to explain or create grammatical or structural relationships, right? We have to, of course, make grammatical or structural relationships, right? Here we have a sentence like John likes ice cream. Now here we have another structure, another sentence. John used to like ice creams. John's habit in the past. So in order to make grammatical or structural relationships within words, within content words, we are depending on what is called the function words. And now we can, with this, of course, we can just move forward. Okay, once again, let's understand what are function words. Function words are small little words that will help each of the speaker to make bigger structures in language, bigger structures in language, like bigger, what I mean by bigger structure is, of course, sentences, right? You have different types of sentences. We have simple sentences, we have complex sentences, we have compound sentences. John likes ice cream. John does not like ice cream. Does John like ice cream? Doesn't John like ice cream? Okay, John used to like ice cream. All these are examples. And remember, when we are having different grammatical or structural differences, we have to depend on, in order to make different tenses. That's very right. Different tenses. Okay, so we want to say John likes ice cream. John liked ice cream. John will like ice cream. Maybe John right now does not like ice cream, but later when he is okay, not now, of course, he is having some sickness, maybe some fever or some cold, and he does not like. But after some time, when he is okay, he may like ice cream, and we say that he will like. So, in order to show future time, in order to show the present condition, in order to express some possibility, like John may like ice cream. John may like ice cream. We are not sure whether John likes or not. So when we want to say that John may, it's a possibility. He may, he might, maybe a distant possibility, he might. So in order to express such type of grammatical structures, different grammatical structures, we express, or rather we depend on function words, which are, of course, it doesn't convey any specific meaning. Say for example, you have here used to. Used to, the very word alone does not give us any meaning. Similarly, we have, of course, other function words like the, okay, right? We have, of course, function words like on, off, okay, some, and all these small little words have no specific meaning, but they help us, of course, to create grammatical relationships or structures, different sentences, in which, of course, we have content words. In short, we can say that we are summarizing. Function words are words that help nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, etc. to combine and to to make bigger sentences, bigger utterances. And now that, of course, it's clear, we are just moving forward to different types of function words. There are, in fact, 8 types of function words. 8 types of function words. These small little words like of, on, in, few, little, some, any, that, this can be classified into different groups, and we understand that there are 8 types of function words. The first type of function words are known as articles. We know that, we know articles, right? And the second type of articles are auxiliaries, auxiliary verbs. And the third type of function words are demonstratives. And the fourth type of the function words are quantifiers, quantifiers. And the fifth type of function words are prepositions. We know about prepositions, right? Okay, we say that the marker is in my palm. It's in my palm. The duster is on the table. Prepositions. Then sixth type of function words is pronouns. We know about pronouns. We have different types of pronouns, and we know what pronouns are. We are, of course, going to learn in detail about all these things. And the seventh type of function words are conjunctions. Conjunctions, little words like and, but, yet, etc., with which we combine two words or two phrases or two sentences. Okay, and the last eighth type of function words are interjections. Again, small little words with which, of course, we make bigger structures, bigger sentences. Okay, so these four are different types of function words: articles, auxiliaries, demonstratives, quantifiers, prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, and interjections. Now we have to study all this in detail. And now, of course, we start our discussion with articles. We will discuss articles. We have to understand what are articles. So, what are articles? Okay, we know articles, and we know that in English we have different types of articles. All right, the are articles are small little words like a and the. These three are articles: a book, a cat, a bucket, a pen, an umbrella, an elephant, an apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. A European, a flower, a bird, a girl. All right, so A and THE. I said THE because THE has two pronunciation. Remember, it is pronounced as the on one side, and it is pronounced as the on the other side. We say the book, the book. The book I bought yesterday is damaged. The book. Why is it the book? Because it is the is immediately followed by a consonant. So when THE, the article, is followed by, it's immediately followed by a consonant sound, it is pronounced the. But when it is followed by a vowel sound, it will be pronounced the. So we would say the elephant, the elephant, the elephant, the elephant, the book, the cat. All right, now that's about articles, but we have three articles: a and the. All right, we can just classify them further into two groups, like the indefinite article and the definite article, and we can say that a and an are known as the indefinite article. They are known as the indefinite article. Indefinite article because we use a and an to, of course, refer to something which is not definite, something which we are not sure about. I saw a man in the junction. I saw a girl in the street. I don't know anything about that man. I don't know anything about that girl. So we say, I saw a man. I don't know his name. I don't know his whereabouts. I don't know what his background is. I saw a man. Similarly, anything, right? Anything we are not sure about, we just see for the first time, we mention for the first time, is, of course, referred to with the indefinite article, that is, of course, a or an. And we use a before words or nouns beginning with consonant sounds: a girl, a beggar, and an, of course, is used in front of words beginning with vowel sounds like an umbrella, an apple. All right, and now we move on to the second article, that is, of course, the or the. And this is known as the definite article. We just call it definite article. Definite article. Say, why do we call the definite article? We call this the definite article because we use this article to refer to a person, place, thing, or something that we are very sure about. And we would say, all right, look at, I'm using two sentences right now here. In the first sentence, I'm using an indefinite article, and in the second one I am using definite article because you will understand. I saw a man in the street. I saw a man in the street. Now I'm just speaking about the same man a second time. All right. The man was having a huge bag along with him. Okay. I saw a man in the street. The man was having a huge bag. So when we mention about the same person or a particular object, the second time we are specific because already he has been mentioned and he has become specific. So in such context, when we are mentioning something or some person, okay, we are specific about, we're sure about, we're mentioning a second time, we use the definite article. I saw a cat in the front yard. The cat was limping. I saw a cat in the front yard. The cat was limping. And that is what we have to understand about articles. And now we move on to the second group. In fact, the second type of function words. We'll just understand what the uh, auxiliaries are. And of course, afterwards, we'll just have a short break. So now we know about function words. We know what function words are. These are, of course, very small words like can, this, may, might, on, he, etc., which are used to, of course, form bigger grammatical sentences or structures. And there are 8 types we studied. The first, that is, of course, articles, divided into 2, the indefinite article and the definite article. Now we move on to the second group of the function words, which are of course known as auxiliaries. Auxiliaries. We have to define auxiliary, and we will go for a very detailed discussion of auxiliaries in another session. Let us just define auxiliaries. What are auxiliaries? Auxiliaries are helping verbs. Auxiliary verbs are also known as helping verbs. And we have to understand that auxiliary verbs or helping verbs help other words, say the content words and the lexical words, to take, of course, to have different grammatical structures. Say, for example, we just want to express some kind of some possibility. It may rain. It may rain. He might come. I can swim. I can. My ability. I can swim. It may rain. Possibility. May I go? May I go? It's a question, right? Okay. So in order to ask questions, express moods, tenses, passive structures, future time, emphasis, etc., we depend on auxiliaries. Okay. We say the cat caught the rat. The cat caught the rat. The rat was caught by the cat. So in such passive structures, John writes a letter. A letter is written by John. All right. So such passive structures and future time. He will come next week. You shall go to Chennai next month. These are all possibilities. Okay. So to show different moods, possibility, function, asking questions, asking permission, giving orders, seeking, of course, permission, requests, asking requests. Okay, in all these contexts, we depend on function words, especially the very category of function word which is known as auxiliary verbs, which are also known as helping verbs. And we have to understand there are 3 types of auxiliary verbs. There are 3 types of auxiliary verbs. Number 1, primary auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs. The first group of auxiliary verbs are primary auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs are also known as principal auxiliary verbs. So auxiliary verbs are divided again into 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And the first classification of auxiliary verbs is into principal auxiliary verbs or primary auxiliary verbs. And second group is what is known as modal auxiliary verbs. Modal auxiliary verbs. Modal auxiliary verbs. So understand, auxiliary verbs are known as helping verbs and they are divided into three. They are number one, primary auxiliaries. Number two, they are also there are also modal auxiliaries, and number three we have what is called semi-auxiliaries. Auxiliaries, they are not completely helping verbs, but they are semi-auxiliaries, and semi-auxiliaries are also known as marginal auxiliaries. Okay, so we have three types of auxiliary verbs we are discussing. The second group of the function words, and they are auxiliaries. They are divided into three. Number one, primary auxiliaries or principal auxiliaries. Number two, semi auxiliaries. And number three, modal auxiliaries. The very order. Okay, primary auxiliaries, the modal auxiliaries, the semi auxiliaries, or the marginal auxiliaries. So with that we will just wind up this lecture. So today we studied function words. What are function words? We know about different kinds of function words, 8 types of function words, and of course we just studied in detail articles, and next session we will be discussing in detail the second group of function words, which are known as auxiliaries. And we also know that the auxiliaries are divided into three: primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries, and semi auxiliaries. Thank you very much.